My very first sale from my laser cut business was to a customer at the restaurant I was working at, then a coworker and a lady at the bank. I opened an Etsy shop and signed up for a convention, and before I knew it, I had a thriving laser business. It's my goal to teach you everything you need to have a successful laser business too. If $10,000 a month is your goal, we are going to have to hit a few milestones along the way. You might just find you are further along in your laser business than you even thought. So let's dive in. This video is sponsored by Kittle.com. More about them in a little bit. $100 per month, the hobbyist phase. This is the most exciting phase in my opinion. It's a little like dating, but with a new business. You get to test new things out together and see what works. And if it doesn't work, then
just get over it, go out with somebody else.
The goal here is to make your first sales and start understanding your niche, or at least picking one and sticking with it. I know it's a little tricky. In this hobbyist phase, in order to make $100, all you need to do is sell 10 to 20 low-cost items that are simple and fast to make in your off time. This could be keychains, engraved coasters, pins, magnets, or even ornaments. We're getting to that time of year. Here are some actionable tips to master this phase. First, start local. Don't worry about a website yet. Sell to your friends, family, and coworkers first and ask for feedback. Create a simple catalog, like a printout of your 3 to 5 best designs to show them. And if they're small, maybe keep them close for a quick show and tell when they start asking. Find a little craft show at a local church or rec center and test out a few products. For my first convention, I shared a corner of a table with a more experienced crafter friend. I actually was selling more than she was, so I didn't even finish out the weekend because I felt so bad. Focus on one product type. Ditch trying to make everything and master 1 or 2 items. Become the keychain person or the custom magnet person. Even years after my crafty neighbors bought their house across the street from me, he's still making keychains for his realtor. Price for profit. Factor in your material cost, your time and effort, and don't forget about your growing skills. Sure, that piece of wood you made into a magnet costs like 25 cents, but your laser was probably hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and there's the amount of time it took for you to learn how to even operate it and to make the magnet. Even watching this video right now counts toward your constant efforts to level up, and you should be compensated for that effort through the costs of your amazing products. Being educated in your field always pays off. The biggest goal for this phase is to prove to yourself that your laser can make you money. $1,000 per month, the side hustle phase. If you are making $1,000 per month with your little laser business, congratulations! You've proven your concept to yourself and to the world. Now it's time to get consistent and find a wider audience. In this side hustle phase, in order to make $1,000, all you need to do is sell 50 to 100 of those original low-cost items. This is also a great time to start experimenting with higher priced items and adding more selection, which brings us to the sponsor of today's video, Kittle.com. As we scale our businesses, we need to be able to expand without losing our minds. Utilizing a tool like Kittle can help you grow your business and expand your product line, not only with its extensive library of templates to play around with, but with their newest Kittle Flows functions. Let me quickly show you a little of what I mean. Spooky season is my favorite time of year, and I want to make a temporary logo that's Halloween themed. So here's how I plan to do it. First, I just type in my business name, very boring, then add a couple of bats, a gravestone, and a cat for good measure, of course. I connect a smartboard and try out a little bit of magic. There are multiple AI sources to choose from, so you get the look you want. I tried to feed it a prompt to make it cute, pastel, and spooky. You can then add another smartboard and try it out for Thanksgiving and Christmas too. Why not? If that is not your cup of design tea, then let's make one with a template. These save oodles of time and let you take the creative wheel. I just need to go in here and change the font to my name, and we can play around from there. I still wanted a little design assistance, so I copied this over to a new board, attached a smartboard, and asked for a little help to make it more cutesy. And Voila! It changed up the colors a little bit and added some adorable sparkle without changing the overall look. I love this one the most, so I can save that and update my website. If you are looking for a program that can work for the variety of design needs your business has, discover what Kittle.com can do for you. You can save 25% off your first month of any plan with my code LaserLadyYT, so check them out. Now let's get to some actionable steps to master this side hustle phase. First off, diversify your sales channels. It's definitely time to open an Etsy shop or whichever online sales route you'd like to go. A marketplace like Etsy is a great option at this time because they will present your wares to their diverse marketplace of buyers. We're not quite ready to go nuts with our own marketing just quite yet. You are likely still working full-time at this point, so utilize Marketplace while you can. Participate in bigger local craft fairs or markets to make in-person sales and keep asking for that feedback. Your customers might start supplying you with free inspiration to profit on. Embrace business-to-business micro gigs. Reach out to local businesses like realtors, coffee shops, anywhere you go to often, and offer personalized items in small batches. If not personalized, then consider offering your products wholesale or on consignment. This is a great way to get higher ticket orders. And a big side note, wholesale pricing could be a whole day long discussion. Let me tell you from experience with me wholesaling and having a shop where I was purchasing wholesale, it is not uncommon for wholesale prices to be as high as 75% of retail costs. I see a lot of makers assume wholesale is out of the question because they think they have to charge like 30% of their retail price, and that ruins any chance of profits. I used to wholesale to a shop in California at 70% my online retail price, and they were charging more than my price anyway. So they got the profits they wanted, and so did I. $5,000 per month, the full-time business phase. Making $5,000 a month is a huge milestone. You are making a full-time income and should be proud of all you've achieved. The focus is now on professionalizing and scaling beyond your personal output. In the full-time business phase, making $5,000 is likely coming from multiple sources, such as in-person events, online sales, and wholesale accounts. This is a hard one to get to. Let's go over some of the milestones, and if you're having a hard time getting to this phase, we'll tackle some troubleshooting while we're at it. Systemize your operations. Document every step of your process from designing to shipping. Create a system for organizing orders, tracking inventory, managing customer communications. This is all crucial to prepare for outsourcing and hiring. Or if you're like me and you want to do pretty much everything yourself, then optimizing is key. I stick to a very strict schedule in order to accomplish everything I need to do, so I still have time to manage the rest of the business and to make YouTube videos. Why not? Outsource the busy work. Even though I'm still packing my own orders, I don't do everything myself. Your time is your most valuable asset. Consider outsourcing tasks that don't require your specific skills, such as a manager for your social media or someone handling your accounting. That one I highly recommend. I utilize my teenage son for time-consuming tasks like getting my packing supplies ready, making my necklace chains, and even helping me package wholesale orders, and FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon restock orders. It can be really hard to let go of control, so start really small. Use a niece or a nephew or your kids, someone else's kids, anyone you can to do those time-consuming tasks. Maybe this would be like cleaning, taking pictures for listings and social media, or putting products in packaging like I use my son for. Believe me, once you see there are people out there that you can trust and that are here to help, you'll wonder why you didn't do it earlier. This next one is a big one. Raise your prices. As demand and quality increase, so should your prices. Start charging a premium for your expertise, custom design work, and quick turnaround times. Seriously, as your business grows, so do your expenses. If you don't want to be crushed by the weight of your own success, you need to increase the prices of your products. Thinking I'll just try to sell more will trap you into more and more work, wasting time and money in the long run. Don't trap yourself in phase one thinking. To start, try just adding $1 to $5 onto your best products. When you see that they will continue to sell and the world doesn't end, you'll be really glad you did. $10,000 per month, the scaling phase. This is where you transition from maker to a CEO. Your focus is on building systems that generate revenue with less of your direct hands-on time. To get here, you need to have this whole business thing understood and in order. My very best month ever was in October 2023, and I grossed about $28,000 and netted just over $18,000. I should also mention Halloween is my biggest holiday, but the only way that was even possible was because I was ready for it. I was utilizing the systems I had in place and automated everything I could. I had email blasts scheduled a month in advance. I had stock made and shipped to warehouses as early as humanly possible. I didn't even schedule any craft shows or conventions because I needed to focus on the money makers. A good business knows when and where all efforts need to be going toward, and once you hit this milestone, believe me, it will actually come pretty easy to you. Here are some actionable tips to master this phase. Invest in better equipment. If possible, invest in a second machine or a more powerful laser. This increases your production capacity and reduces bottlenecks. We got no time for that. Automate everything. Explore automation tools for marketing like email and order fulfillment. I've mentioned FBA now. If that is something you'd like to know more about, then let me know. It's not for everybody or every product, but being able to send your merchandise in bulk to Amazon and letting them take care of the shipping, the customer service, and returns is a literal business game changer. Build your brand identity. Shift from selling individual products to selling a brand experience. Tell your story, create a cohesive aesthetic, and build a loyal following. This might even have been going on naturally in the background this whole time, especially if you have some sort of a social media following. This turns customers into brand advocates and builds a long-term sustainable growth. They say 80% of revenue comes from 20% of the customers, so nurture the hell out of those customers. If making $10,000 a month seems just so far off, please know most businesses don't start off in this phase, especially handmade ones. I honestly feel like it's best to start slow and grow together. It's kind of like doing push-ups. You do one every day for a week, and then two, and then three, and before you know it, 10 years down the road, you're getting other people to do those push-ups for you. I guess that's the goal, right? You know, one of these first push-ups to master is finding the right price for your products. It's one of the biggest hurdles of shifting from a weekend crafter to a fully functional business, but it can be easier than you think. When you know how to utilize some psychological pricing techniques that I go over in this video, it could literally double your average sales, so check that one out next. And thank you to Kittle for sponsoring this video. It's a great time to play around with it because Nano Banana will be unlimited for all pro and expert users from this September 29th to October 3rd. So go bananas. Thanks for watching and happy crafting.